this. However, he has a lot of personality. He has a YouTube channel with his wife Divine, who is from the Philippines. He's known her for over 6 years, for over 5 years. He met her back in 2017. She actually messaged him. She thought that he was someone else, and what ended up happening was she messaged him on Facebook. She thought that he was someone else, but they ended up talking. And after a while, he went over to the Philippines. He met her, and it was just absolutely incredible. But there's so many people that attack these guys. I'm going to go ahead and play through a few videos, and we're going to talk a little bit more about why passport bros are so hated by most men and women, because passport bros right now are basically beating the game. The game is rigged, and the only way that everything doesn't crumble is if men keep playing the rigged game. All right. So let's go ahead and check out this video right here.
I'll be asking you a question. Are you ready?
Ready, be big.
All right. How much does you send
How much
to the
does
family of your wife?
Wait. How much does you send? Is that
You.
what send? I mean, it's not important. I have to take care of my family, so I'm not going to tell you how much I send or anything, right?
Okay. But you're sending something to my family?
Yeah, it's my family too.
Okay, there you go, guys. How long have you been all together?
Been together almost 6 years now.
6 years now. Okay. Are you married for real? Answer.
Yeah, pretty sure. She doesn't ever
Oh
work.
my god, I forgot my wedding ring. It's my
Okay,
I
so
have a wedding
there's
ring.
a funny story about her wedding ring, actually. Okay, so it snowed here like a year ago or whatever, and then she went outside to go play in it because it was her first time seeing snow.
Yeah.
So
I lost
yeah,
it.
she lost her mind.
Yeah, it got buried in the snow.
And then yeah, it fell off her finger and it's gone.
Luckily, I still found it, so I
After
had
like
that.
3 hours of searching in the cold, yeah, we found it.
So now I'm always paranoid every time I wear it because it's an heirloom. So, I'm just taking care of it. Okay.
Wait, now I have to ask this.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Come on, hurry.
She's in it for the green card.
Do I look like I just want a green card?
Do you?
No. If it's just for a green card, I could have just, find it to someone else's without waiting
You're
for
spending a lot of time. Yeah,
6 years. I'm sorry.
Years.
Now it's running 7 years. So yeah, I'm in it for a green card. Good luck to me.
Why don't you and your husband match more?
What do you mean match more? What does she mean? Like match?
Like matchy, I guess.
Well, there's a saying, opposite attracts. That's why,
Yeah, and I like to wear my nerd fashion. So
Probably we're always matchy. We will not be able to like each other.
yeah.
Because that means it's not us anymore. Yeah.
Not only are you here for the green card, but apparently you're just digging in my pockets for my money at all periods of time.
Money. Give me your money.
But the thing
Give me your money.
What
Money.
What's mine is
What
hers,
money?
so.
We're married, so what's his is mine. What's mine is mine alone. No, joke.
We share sometimes. Yeah.
Sometimes. Oh my god. Okay.
Then a lot of people want to know how we met because they may have not seen like our other.
Okay. So we met in 2017. I accidentally added him on Facebook. I was actually expecting for
2016, babe. 2016.
like we met in person.
Oh, in person, yeah. You need to say that
In
context.
person, we met in person 2017. But I was actually the one who wrongfully sent you a message
on Facebook back in 2016.
And it started from there. We became friends first. Friends that did not even talk. Like we talked like after 3 months, like that,
She was clearly
3
flirting
months.
with me, but I was like, duh.
I was like, flirting? It's just friends, I mean, I got that
I'm still not complaining.
I got the right man.
I know that a lot of people think that we just like to like go on like negative comments and stuff like that, but
Yeah.
But we enjoy seeing a lot of the positive.
We have a lot of trolls, so we're just trolling them back, you know.
It's just to get them back. So
Yeah, but yeah, we're not affected about it because we're just used to it. So we're doing good, guys. So we're just having fun, and like now we're starting vlogging because of you guys to get to know us more, the real us. So.
yes. And if you guys have more questions,
Shoot a message.
put them down there, and then we'll try to see if we can answer them kind of like this.
Yeah.
Fashion, so
So we're gonna see you soon. But please subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook and Instagram.
I mean, guys, so you basically understand who they are now, and they actually were on like the Truly channel. They did like a little documentary on them, and these guys get trolled a lot. He has, like I said, he has an autoimmune condition, and because of his autoimmune condition, he's skinny. He has low energy, and this guy, people had no faith in even his doctor had no faith in him. Literally went over to the Philippines, met his wife, because his doctor told him you wouldn't be able to do this. You're not physically capable of doing this. All right. And not only did he go to the Philippines, he went with her to various different places in the Philippines. They traveled, they saw different things. It was unbelievable. It's kind of like people telling you can't do things, and you believe them. And you become stuck in a certain mental state, and that becomes your identity. It's like someone diagnoses you with a condition. You have autism, so you can't do anything. That's absolutely ridiculous. Some of the most brilliant people on this planet, all right, including guys like Nikola Tesla and a variety of others, were suspected. Many of the super geniuses were suspected to have autism, all right, to be on the spectrum. Many of the smartest, Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, literally talks about his autism, all right? He literally talks about his autism. So it's kind of ridiculous. Many of the people who change the world are the people who have disabilities. Stephen Hawking, the person who developed the concept of black holes, this guy spent the vast majority of his life in a wheelchair, unable to walk, talk, and barely communicate using only a voice box. And at the end of his life, he would basically control that voice box using movements in his face. So it would detect movements in his cheek or something, and he would use that to formulate sentences. And he lived like that for decades. And he conducted research, advanced research, from his wheelchair. You know what's interesting about Stephen Hawking? Before he passed away, he revealed what the greatest mystery to him always is, and he was actually condemned. And the greatest thing about it is that this is a guy in a wheelchair, and they wanted to cancel him, but they couldn't do anything. He said that the mystery that he could never solve is what is a woman's problem, because he still can't figure them out. Oh my god. Oh goodness gracious. Oh, and it's so crazy because the women's groups, they all came after him, and they were furious and and they could not do a thing about it. They couldn't do a thing about it because here he is, a guy in a wheelchair who can't move, and he's trolling them, and they can't stop him. And this guy was awesome. Many people with disabilities are differences. They turn out to really be special people. Even like look at Peter Dinklage. You guys may know him from from Game of Thrones or X-Men or a variety of other shows. And he's a small guy, but he's very powerful. He has a very powerful voice and a very commanding presence. And he's literally taken his size and turned it into a superpower. I mean, he's an alpha. He's like, he has very alpha traits. And it's crazy because he said that his parents never allowed him to use his disability as a reason for why he could not achieve things in life. And he had to struggle. He had to pay rent. He had to figure out how to survive. And he was a guy this tall. He's a short guy, a very small guy, and he had to go out there and find a way to survive in this world when he could not physically do the same things a lot of other people could do. And he's one of the greatest actors right now. He's a part of the A-list. He is an A-list actor. And no one views him, for example, as a little person. Okay? He's not viewed that way. He's highly respected. He's one of the most distinguished actors in Hollywood. He's an A-list. And it's crazy because you have to think about this. A lot of these guys online will say, "Oh, he has a really hot wife. He has a really nice wife, and he could have even done better." Let's be realistic. His wife is pretty, but he could have even done better. This guy's a total alpha. Like he was at an award show, and he had gum in his mouth, so he kissed his wife and had her take the gum. So he could walk on stage to go get his award. This guy is such an alpha move, such an alpha. And he has a kid. And the truth is there are haters online who would hate on this guy. And his height is his superpower. All right? He is beloved by many. If he was a normal sized actor, he would not have the prestige that he has right now, more than likely. Because it gives him something unique. It's your differences, your rough edges that people are attracted to. This guy, Scott, that we're looking at, he's very funny. He's a cool dude. He's always making skits with his wife. And he knows how to relax and take things easy. There are people who criticize him. They say that, for example, his wife dresses way too revealing. And what she's out doing is she's trying to find other men. But here's the interesting thing. She actually dresses really conservative most of the time, or just normal, like most other people, when they're out and about, right? What actually ends up, the actual truth is that when they're making content online, like for Facebook, for Instagram, or even for YouTube, she might wear a revealing outfit, or she might post certain or revealing pictures. But guys, they're making money. They have over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. They have a large following. The way they're going, they're going to hit 1 million subscribers if they keep on putting in the work. All right. And he's great at these skits. He's absolutely great at these skits. And you have people trolling him, trolling her. You have women attacking her, saying that her hair is not colored right, trying to find anything they can do to pick on her for. And they're saying, "Oh, she's only with you for the money. She's only with you for the green card because he has to be rich." This guy isn't rich. He's not rich. If she only wanted a green card, why would she wait so many years? They were together for like 4 years before they finally got married. 4 years? And the guy's not wealthy. And she could have left him and found a Chad. Here's the thing. You have to remember that Filipinas, they value family. And another thing that people don't comprehend is that American society is weird. You have to remember that in America, most women don't like most men. And not just in America, but in Western society as a whole. In Western society as a whole, most women do not like most men today. They 100% don't. They don't like you. They absolutely do not like you. Shout out to Captain Marvel. Hope you're still with us. Captain actually had commented a bit earlier. He says, "Hello, Angry Guy, and everyone else in the chat." And I want to shout out Chi Sox Fan for Life. Notification Squad. Guys, turn on notifications. Turn on notifications and set it to all so that you'll always get a notification whenever I put out a video. Okay? And let's see here. And also we have Dan's Mac Bray says, hi Angry. Shout out to Dan's. I mean, guys, anytime you're doing something and you're being successful in life, you are going to have haters. You have to understand, in the Western society, America, Australia, the United Kingdom, Canada, most women don't like most men. Most women do not like 95% of men in these countries, they find 95% of men as unattractive. 95%. These are guys that go to the gym and work out. A lot of these guys have muscles. A lot of these guys have high incomes. Some of these guys make $100,000 a year, 75, 100, some even $500,000 a year. Okay? And women don't find these men attractive. Some of these guys are like more than 6 feet, like 6'3". You have guys who are 6'3", in their 20s or early 30s, making over $100,000 a year, that work out and look like a light-skinned Kobe Bryant. And women don't want these guys. You have guys who are handsome, making really good money, exceptional amount of money, extremely tall, and women don't like these guys because it's so serious right now. It's so crazy that even guys who are chads are getting rejected. Even guys who are chads are getting rejected. You can't just be a Chad anymore. You have to be a Giga Chad. You have to be like Chad Ultimate now. All right? Like, it's that crazy. When you go overseas, you'll be shocked to discover that women in other countries find American men, Western men. It doesn't matter if you're black or you're white. You're exotic. You go to the Philippines and you're a black man or you're a white man, you have to understand something. You are exotic because in that country you have people who are brown, maybe brown, but you don't look like them. Your features are different. Okay? So you're exotic, just like when you see a woman from the Philippines and she looks exotic to you, or a woman from South America and she looks exotic to you. All right? Or even some of these Eastern European countries where there are various mixtures. And these women look exotic. You look exotic to these people because you go to the Philippines, they don't see a lot of people from other countries. They only see people who look exactly like them most of the time. So you look exotic. You are now attractive to them. This guy is he's not ugly. That's the thing. He's not ugly. The problem is America and American standards. All right. And even a lot of men, there's a lot of guys who are furious because they're seeing this guy with a beautiful woman and they're going, they're saying to themselves, they're not even saying to themselves, they're saying out loud, they're going online and ranting. Well, if I'm way better looking than this guy, and if I could never get a girl like that, then he definitely should not be able to. Because he does not have anything that I don't have. Or if he does get her, then it means he has to be rich. Guys, people don't comprehend that Western society is a strange society. When you leave the United States or the UK or Canada or the other terrible Western society that you're currently residing in, and you go to other countries, you don't have men who are millionaires and walking around with these crazy amounts of money in these countries, and yet women are attracted to men in their countries. And a lot of these guys are not tall. They're not like the average guy in a lot of these countries is like 5'6", 5'7", maybe. It's crazy, right? And then when they see it, and they don't have the kind of wealth that American men have, that men from the UK have, that men from Australia have, that men from Canada have. They don't have that kind of wealth that men from Western countries have. And yet they have beautiful wives. How is that possible? It's because the expectations of women in the United States are absolutely ridiculous. And another thing that you have to understand is that most women in America are not real. Their social media, what they look like on social media, is it's something completely different. Like, I mean, how often do you go on social media and you can see a black chick? I'm just going to use black women as an example. You can go on social media. You can see a black chick on social media. And if she takes off her makeup, her skin tone completely changes. When she puts on makeup, She goes from dark to light skin, just like that. From dark skin to when she puts on her makeup, she goes from dark skin to light skin. If that does not tell you, just give you an example of how insane and how crazy the makeup culture is in America today, I don't know what else will. Here, for example, black women, white women in America, they don't grow hair. They have trouble with hair. White girls, and it's not just in America, it's in the United Kingdom, it's in Canada, it's something with Western society. They can't grow hair. They can't grow hair. All these white girls out here flaunting on social media like, look, my real hair. Bro, you are wearing extensions. All right? You need to stop with it. You are wearing extensions. All right? Let me tell y'all right now, don't think that you see black girls wearing weave in America and you're like, oh, it's just black girls that can't grow hair. No. All the white girls are rocking their extensions too. All right? They get in an argument with another girl will snatch that hair out. Yes, they will. They'll snatch it right. They will snatch it out and hold it up in their hands. Like, look, I got your hair in my hands. All right? I got your hair right here. So you need to humble yourself. You need to humble yourself. You need to humble yourself. A lot of these women are out here with extensions. A lot of them are out here with extensions. Freeman says he's not ugly, maybe a little skinny. If he gained 10 kilograms, he will look healthier. It's a matter of weight. Yeah, and he has an autoimmune condition. The reason why he's that size is because he has an autoimmune condition. He's not ugly. He has a great smile. Check out this video. This is a happy couple. This is a happy couple. And you know what's crazy? You know what's really sad about all of this? When they succeed and when they're making their money, because they're making their money right now. They're making good money off social media. All right? And when they end up with over 1 million subscribers and they're famous and they're collaborating with all these brands, people are going to say that it's privilege. There are people who are going to say that it's his white privilege. The same people that called him ugly are the same people that are going to start saying things like, oh, it's white privilege, it's white male privilege, because what? Y'all were calling this man ugly just the other day. What's going on? The truth is that people don't want to work hard. This man with an illness, with an autoimmune disorder, went over to the Philippines, met this woman, stayed with her for 4 years. They stayed together for 4 years. She literally said, "You don't think I could have gotten a guy that had more money than him? Come on. You think that she had to get a guy with an autoimmune disorder? Come on." But she finds him attractive, and that's another thing that you all don't understand. He's not ugly. He has a lot of character. He wears really cool shirts. He has actually pretty nice hair. He's really a nice guy. And he's the kind of guy that most guys would want to be around, hang around. He's cool. He's a really cool dude. But the problem is that men are so divided today. Men are so focused on trying to get laid, on trying to get into a relationship. You know, they're so busy they're so busy watching their adult content and fapping on OnlyFans that they no longer have many close male friends. There's so much division amongst men. The same guys that are going after this guy, what are they doing with their lives? They're doing nothing. They're doing nothing. Nothing at all. This guy's money is growing. They moved into a brand new house. His money keeps on growing. He has a wife at home that's taking care of, that's holding down the house, cooking, cleaning, making it comfortable, giving him unlimited kisses. All right? Making sure that he is comfortable in his own home. She has crazy hygiene. After she poops, she washes her butt. That's part of Filipino culture. All right? And they're friends. They are great friends. This is not like their relation. And she's not afraid to say it. She's like, I married him for his money. Like, she just said something. She just said it like something a moment ago, where she said that his money is our money and my money is my money. Like, come on, these guys, they get along great. They get along great because they're honest. They're basically. She views him as a human being, and she also finds him as attractive. You have to understand that when you go to these countries, you go to the Philippines, you go to Thailand, you go to Vietnam. These people, they look different. They have different facial features. They see a white guy that comes over there and he has like a straight nose, and he has light skin, and he has blonde hair.